Hello, Amazing All Stars. Today is Thursday, February 17th. Let's find out what is on our number corner for the day. We've been doing a great job talking about congruent shapes. Let's find out what we'll see on today's card. Wow! We have two rectangles. Rectangles have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Let me ask you, All Stars, is shape A congruent to shape B? Are they the same shape and are they the same size? The answer is yes. Good job. Good job. We'll add that information to our calendar grid. Our grid is filling up really quickly. And as we do this, today is the 17th. We had a rectangle and another rectangle. There were 4 sides and 4 vertices. And shape A is congruent to shape B. That's what we have here. Very good. They are congruent shapes. As we continue to talk more about our number corner, we are now going to go into our days in school. So we have a lot to do. Remember, we filled up one whole chart like this. We're going to another one where we are going to add on one more day. So now that makes it 102 days that we have been in school. 102. And when we do that, All Stars, we change our information here to make it 102. 102. That means 10 groups of 10 and 2 ones, 2 cubes. Our math equation becomes 100 plus 2. And then finally, we're talking about 10 dimes, which is equal to 100 cents, plus 2 pennies. All right. And then we are going to add on one more cube. One more cube. That's taking care of quite a bit. Now it's time to collect more cubes. We've been doing really well with this. I'm super excited about this week. We've had 3 days in a row where we collected 10 cubes on each one of those days. What will we have this day? Let me look at this. I like pulling out my, look at it carefully. It looked like it was on the line, but as I look at this carefully, it is on the number 5. It is on the number 5. The number 5. So that means we'll put 5 cubes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very good. Today, what we're going to do, I have something very interesting for you that I'd like to share with you now. Today, I planned something very different for us for a number corner. As you can see, we have some 10 frame cards here. And we have been doing activities with these 10 frame cards where we would actually put how many dots we see on each frame and help us actually count all of these together. So we're going to do that now. I'll make it nice and bright so you can see them and big enough so that you can see them as well. So on this first frame here, we have how many red dots? Very good. We have 8 of them. And then how many blue dots do we have here? How many blue dots do we have? We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we have 8 there too. That's interesting. And then we have another 10 frame here. How many dots do we have on that one? 2. So now we have 8 plus 8 plus 2. Ooh, that could be tricky. I want to remind you of something I mentioned to you before. When you are working with more than one number and you're trying to figure out how to add those numbers together, we could simply put 2 numbers together that equal 10. If we have 8, 8, and 2, what 2 numbers could we put together that would equal the number 10? Ah, good job. I heard it. 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 would equal 10. So that would be 10. And now we have the math equation of, let me do this so you can see it nice and clearly. We'd have the math equation of 8, which is where we just have those 8 red dots, plus when we add that 8 plus 2 together, 10. So now we have the math equation 8 plus 10. What is 8 plus 10, All-Stars? What is 8 plus 10? 8 plus 10 equals, I heard someone say it. I know you're saying it. 18. 18. 18. Very good. Here's the last thing that I'm going to challenge you to do. I'm going to challenge you to think about how we can put these numbers on the bottom in order. Starting with the smallest number here, the next smallest number here, the next smallest here, the next smallest here, and then the largest number here. Which one of these is the smallest number, class? Is it 75, 25, 32, 5, or 48? If you said 5, you are correct. 5 is the smallest number. 5 is that smallest number. 5 is that smallest number. So we would have 5 is our first number. What's the next smallest number, All-Stars? What is that next smallest number? We've used 5, so we can't use it again. You have to think about what is that next smallest number. 25 is our next smallest number. What's our next smallest number? We've used 5, we've used 25. 32, good job. And after 32 would be what number? 48. And then finally, what's the biggest number? 75. Very good. So if we put these numbers in order from the smallest to the largest, it would be 5, 25, 32, 48, and then 75. It's not a pattern, but what we are doing is identifying ways to put our numbers in order. You have to know how to do that as a first grader. And they're not always going to be in a pattern, but you should know which number is smaller and which number is larger. And use that information to help you put them in order. Have an amazing day, All-Stars.